On the war on corruption. Currently, the State Department of Co-operatives has signed an MOU with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission on how to tame corruption within the cooperative movement. So let's cross over there and listen to EACC CEO Twali Mbarak addressing the crowd.
Do a lot of vetting as members of the public when we are joining SACCO. SACCO right now, they are facing numerous challenges. I'm a member of SACCO. One of the biggest challenge of SACCO nowadays are SACCO members. I don't know whether we know that. Guarantors. People guarantee a member, then what happened? Unaponyoka. Sindio? What is that? Is it fair? It's not fair. And this culture has developed in the last 5 years, 6 years. I became a member of SACCO in 1986. When I was earning 2,800, I was contributing 300 shillings per month. Today, guarantors paying loans because somebody ametoroka. Now unamwona town, eh? You see him in town. You see him in town, you see him in church, you see him in mosque, anywhere you see him. Anatembea mzuri, anavaa suti kama mimi tu, mzuri kabisa. Na kuna watu wanalipia ya nini? Hiyo hapana shida. It's a very big problem. In fact, now people are so scared that is it worth it to join a SACCO if you are not safe with guarantors or people who take loan? Because SACCO revolves around guaranteeing members. I know you, I pick 4 people, I apply for the loan. Huh? We used to have a very dictatorial clause, which was working by then. Before you leave your place of work, part of your clearance is to do what? If there's any SACCO loan, ile pesa yako unapaga inakatwa. But now I hear because of the new laws and the retirement benefit, you cannot touch somebody's. So mtu anatoka, ako na check ya 4 million yake ameingiza, ako na deni ya 2M, anawaachia, munalipa. Is it fair? So SACCO members should also be fair and try to be very honest. And without that, in the long run, that will become a very big challenge to the survival of SACCO. Forget about the maladministration and embezzlement and theft. The biggest problem that SACCO are facing today is the level of dishonesty within SACCO members when it comes to guaranteeing loans. People are now scared. And things have become very tough. Things are expensive. People want to take big loans to finish a project. But a guarantor will start asking himself, should I take this risk in case this man disappears? From the risk distribution, I will have to pay 4 million. Let's say the guy wants to take 20 million. So SACCO members should move away from that dishonesty and try to work as a team. On the issue of the MOU, we look forward to do collaboration mainly on prevention mechanism. We'll be conducting the corruption risk assessment, advise you on the risk areas. We'll try to show you how to promote ethics and integrity. And we'll also try to ensure that through our education system and partnership with the SACCO, the ministry, the issue of raising public awareness. Also, in exchange of information and disclosure, when we get complaints in the commission, we'll be sharing with you so that you are able to tell what kind of risk or complaints are coming in respect of SACCOs, so that you can address it in a holistic way for all the SACCO movement. The other thing that will help you is the lifestyle audit. People who have been misusing SACCO funds at the top management, within that period, by the time it is noticed and the damage has been done, we members, including the officials in the cooperative, I can assure you, if you were just monitoring that guy, that personality, in terms of lifestyle, we would have raised a red flag long ago. But it's our culture It's our culture that we don't like EACC shida watch and tulie. By the time the damage has been done, you have also been affected. So we will help you to give you the tips on how to do a basic lifestyle audit, just like first aid. Nasemekana mtu akianza ku nosebleed, you do this and that and that. So we'll give you some tips that the top management, you need to monitor about this and that and that, so that you can raise the red flag at an at an early stage. We are also looking at how we can assist you in law enforcement. Suppose some top leadership of SACCO, they've been caught on issue to deal with misappropriation of funds. We'll help you to do what you call asset tracing and asset recovery. In the period that he was there at the SACCO, if we know that he has several plots, some business, unexplained wealth, we will try to assist you to identify that. So what are we expecting from this MOU? There are three things. First, we are looking at a roadmap of joint activities and programs with timelines. We don't want to have these big parties here and sign the MOU, enjoying our breakfast, and then once we leave, we forget. No, we shall have timelines. You will have timelines with my officers, and there'll be both of you will be monitoring and to see how everything is moving on. Then we are looking at an engagement, a one-to-one engagement between the Commission and the cooperatives. And then we want also to have a review mechanism on the joint achievement. Because at any one time, when you put a system, you must review. Is it working? Is it helping us? Where are we wrong? Where do we need to streamline or put things in a better perspective? So that is how we look at. And then we also look at the way of information sharing. And the last one, Mr. Okonga has talked about here, is the issue of integrity testing. Trying to find out whether people are, there are complaints. People will say that maybe when I put my application in certain SACCO, I have to part with some money because otherwise my application will be somewhere stuck. I'll be told so-and-so approving authority is not around. But all what we are reading is somebody wants a bribe somewhere. So we'll be doing all that, and we expect that this organization outside the Ministry of Cooperative will partner with EACC on the same note, because we are really focusing on preventive approach. We are not shying away from investigation, but I think it's better to be on the preventive side and concentrate on issues that will help avert quite a number of these scandals. So with those remarks, I wish you all the best, and I think now I should welcome the chairman and give his remarks. It's a very interesting combination, a soldier and a bishop.
Well, when the soldier has problems, he will come for some blessings. Otherwise, thank you so much, our CEO, Mr. Twalib. And as you can notice at EACC, we are a family. Normally, when I go to address, they have to change machines. So, okay. I was saying that Mr. CEO, thank you so much for those remarks. We are glad at EACC that our life is very focused today, and we are ready to do service for Kenyans, as you have witnessed from what our officials have already said, and the energy that our new CEO has brought into this organization. The Principal Secretary, who is representing the Minister for Cooperatives and the State Cooperative Ministry, the commissioners, the leadership of various cooperatives who are here, the commissioners of EACC. I can notice two of us here, Mr. Dr. Dabar and Madam Ross was seated. The officials of both the EACC and of the SACCOs and the ministry were here. Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to be here again, this time to witness the signing in of this memorandum of understanding. You recall we were here just a few weeks ago to validate this memorandum, and I want to express my gratitude to both the EACC and the Cooperative Ministry leadership for the work done so fast and so well done. Thank you so much, because some people will have been here just 2 weeks and then they go back to sleep. But you worked hard. Now we have a paper that we are going to sign today. I want to thank you. Just the beginning of the journey, because as my previous speakers have said, we can sign it and then put it on our shelves. Let me say we have started the journey towards helping Kenyans to realize the economic growth by engaging in the cooperative movement. And so let us move together on this journey, and let us take it very seriously with the actions in our respective offices. As we noted in the validation time, evidence has shown that there is massive corruption and unethical conduct within the cooperative sector, which has resulted in loss of millions of members' savings and property. Our CEO has just alluded to that fact, that even as we speak, there are people in the public who are complaining about losing their money. I was watching an elderly person on media last week saying that she put her money there very, faithfully, wishing that it will grow and that she will buy more hamburgers to sell, but all that has gone down the drain. Why has that happened? It's because the system has been infiltrated by people who are not trusted. And so as we meet here today, I think we are meeting on a very serious issue that affects the lives of common people. And as everybody has said, all of us belong to the SACCOs. I put up my first house because of being a member of the SACCOs, of the SACCO. If there's a Harambee cooperative movement here, I was a member of that when I was in the provincial administration. I was also a member of the teacher SACCO when I was a teacher. So I've belonged to SACCOs all my life. And I told you last time that in the teacher's SACCO, my money is still there. So I will want to see where it is when we sign this. Now, what happened during my time, I don't know whether that corruption is still there, was that when you serve for, let's say, 6 months, they will take 3 times what you have saved, multiply that by, they take what you have saved, multiply by 3, and they give you the loan. And in the teaching profession, we have so many teachers, all of them looking for this loan. So the top fellows whom we also have had elected, they will leak the information very early to you. And they say, do you want to get a loan? You say, yes. And we have a long list of people. So if you want to be pushed to the top, can you do something? Sijui kama bado hiyo kitu inafanyika. Sasa hakuna. Sawa. Sasa kama umetengeneza hiyo ni sawa. Kwa sababu ilikuwa sasa ukishatoa kitu kidogo, they will bypass those who may have qualified, alafu next sitting wanakupitisha. Now, how? So we want systems that work, I think we are partnering with EACC to ensure that it is the system, that the policies that we have set, which will allow the cooperative to operate by itself. As we sign this memorandum of understanding, we want to encourage the parties to ensure they actualize the contents that we have developed together. Let what we are doing not remain on paper. Let it become actively followed by all of us. Most of the things that the EACC family have already indicated, systems review, preventive measures, and all that, all these things should be followed. But I want to stress one point, and this is for all of us. As cooperative movement, I think you exist more on trust. It is this trust that is important, whether you are a member or an official. And last week somebody was bringing to our attention that because of lack of trust, which is very high in the Kenyan society, our country is spending billions and billions of money just to take care of this lack of trust in us. One, as somebody mentioned, if you go to education system, administration of the examination is very expensive. Why? Because you don't trust the people who are managing that system. Have you noticed where just to take an examination paper to the school, you get a GSU, and if you had a major like mine here, you'll have him well armed to ensure that the examination is what? Is taken. It slips, the examination is kept in the police station with the armory and all the 3 padlocks, and then the following morning it's escorted with a whole convoy, and as the children sit the exams, they are surrounded by a battalion of soldiers. Why is it so? Lack of what? Trust. And that's expensive. Even come to your politics, you must look for things which sometimes I don't understand. They have names of what you must do. You can't trust somebody presiding over it. Where if we were people who are trusted, it would just be a simple matter of getting a piece of paper, writing the person I want, throwing it in the box, it is counted, and that's finished. That will not cost billions of money. My appeal is perhaps for the cooperative movement to show the way that we can all be trusted with the resources which are actually ours. Because the cooperative doesn't have money of its own. It has money which we as members give it. Now the challenge is, after one has worked so hard, put the money in the pocket, in the basket, then you are worried about your money. Let the cooperative movement in this country become a model of trust, and that trust can be cascaded into any other activities for the well-being of our nation. So, for me, signing this memorandum of understanding is just one way of trying to see how we can become trusted people and enlarge this virtue into the whole system and the whole society. And so our